Now time for the class trial. Chapter number 4 out of 6. I gotta reshave it. You want to give me 20 gifted subs? You want to donate $200 to charity? Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then, the ultimate martial artist, a locked room murder mystery, winky face. What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. Fuck you.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, you have 100 friends. Oh.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
You're baldness sucks, streamers. You also have a dumb voice and no friends. Hey, you're right. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I still kind of think it was Hina.
Don't look at me. Don't be mean.
What the heck? What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Listen, he may be an asshole, but he keeps it calm. It's like, yeah, whatever. Call me a murderer. I know I didn't do it. Because there could be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. Honestly, I still think it's Hina. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chill and fear running through me, trying to make it rough from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin sinister descent. There's only 6 of us left, dude. Jesus Christ. There's only 6 of us left. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clinking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always... Overall, Andy, I'm enjoying it, yeah. A lot of people are asking for the second game, but that's not how it works. It's someone has to win marbles for the second game to happen. What's up, High Electrical? The most unexpected person? Oh, definitely the fucking stoner. The dude that the clairvoyant, the ultimate clairvoyant. How the hell is he still alive? I might veto Danganronpa 2 because I'm exhausted from Danganronpa 1. All the talking. There's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault. We're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opens for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I'll play it if you win marbles. Wait, actually, I won't. I'll play it if you win fucking marbles. You know I will. January marbles. Someone springs open Danganronpa 2. Yep, the January marbles. I got a new one this time. Where is it? I thought I got a new one. Lost in Thought. Increase the time limit for each phase, effective during the class trial. Damn, I wish I could put that on. You think Danganronpa will be in Kingdom Hearts 4? I don't care about Kingdom Hearts. EGR2 is much longer than game 1. Oh, jeez, dude. I've already played this game for 20 hours. You guys want more of this?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Are you guys Danganronpa stands now more than Ace Attorney stands after I've played this? Like, I've played the first Ace Attorney. You all wanted the second one. Now we're getting close. We're like halfway done with this game. And now, well, we're more than halfway done because the prologue, but... And now you're all Danganronpa stands instead of Ace Attorney fans?
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
God, I'll be on edge during marbles next time.
Where to begin?
Been a year since I've played Ace Attorney. It has been a while. I last played Ace Attorney in February.
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
Ultra Despair Girls.
The
No.
one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro.
I think it was you.
One of you. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer, but she has some reason for believing in that. All right, let's get into this trial. Next time I play Ace Attorney, I'll have a suit. Hina's account.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
All right, so we know what it is. It's the
It was one of you.
it's the second one.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all...
I will say the people that I knew would make it this far, Baloney and Kyoko. I knew they were going the distance. I had a little fear for Kyoko in chapter 3 at some point, but I knew they were going the distance. I kind of like him more as time goes on because he's actually useful, unlike anybody else. Everybody else kind of sucks. Like,
Doesn't make any sense.
he actually does shit in this game. He actually does shit. Did I expect them to die?
You have her accusing us?
Did I expect the main character to die? No.
It was one of you.
I'm kind of surprised she's alive, but I think after this trial, she won't be alive.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive.
It's either, I think it's her or Stoner Boy.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
Bro.
That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
I think
And what reason?
Kyoko's the ultimate detective.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
Dude, I'm getting cock blocked by these purples.
Get.
I think she's the ultimate detective. After a few chapters,
One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
dude, I cannot hit this.
That's about as
I know I can slow time down, but I don't want to slow time down because there's an achievement for not slowing down time for the entire trial.
What reason do you...
Because you hated her.
So I don't want to do that to get an achievement. Duh.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Getting blocked.
Low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Fuck it. Fuck the achievement.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you
Hey, Curb. Bro, you gotta be kidding me.
It was one of you hit.
And what reason did
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for
Oh. No, that's wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them,
No, that's
right?
wrong.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. And does that mean one of them did it? You gotta be kidding me. Pocket trash. Pocket trash, okay.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Okay, I know what it is. Gotta see the whole thing out, but I think I know one of them is. If it's pocket trash.
One of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never.
It'd be so easy to get. No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. I don't even know what I sound like.
Hiro, when we were talking before,
No,
you
that's
dropped a
wrong.
small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse,
It's still
I
her.
totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Damn, what are you, America?
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
I kind of think it was her still, man.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened.
I still
to her.
think it was Hina.
When? When did she give it to you?
It's kind of too obvious to be anybody
Last
else.
time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office.
It's too obvious
right?
for anyone else.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before that.
Have any of my predictions been wrong? Oh yeah, chapter 2, I got turned around and they spanked me on my booty with how wrong I was. Sakura Kuhoi got candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry, can we rewind? I still kind of think everybody's secretly alive and this is like a really crazy TV show. Sakura loved candy too much to share. Shit. Can I reread it? I messed that one up. What Hiro said can't be right because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Hiro got the candy from Hina when...
I got it!
I got it!
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
I actually used the third option. I misread it. Here comes 1-2 with the outlast votes.
I mean, what I meant was...
It's too obvious to be him.
Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Ruth? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining
At the
message
scene
even
of the
be?
crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How do you know that?
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No
Yaku's
way.
gonna be like, how did you know that?
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for
Man, how
yourself.
come when it's the easiest one in the book, frickin' Kyoko takes it when it's the easiest one? When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
It's going way too easy right now, you know what I
If
mean?
that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro said. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body, but at that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
It was on the magazine
When Ogre's
shelf.
body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Is this just anime Ace Attorney? Yeah, kind of.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
I hope it's him. I'll be honest. I hope it's him, but I think it's Hina. Without a doubt, no, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. A moment of truth. What the fuck already?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying
God,
message,
that shit's so annoying when it goes like that.
because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger.
But
Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
it's a rhythm game, and it's really easy because you press X, you tap X to the rhythm to reload, you tap A to the rhythm to lock on to their statements, you tap Y to shoot down the lockdown statements. But then it goes invisible and you have to guess basically with the rhythm, and it's really annoying when it does that.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits
No,
it.
it's too simple.
I figured as much.
It's too simple.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her! Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon.
It's too easy.
It said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
That didn't kill her.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you!
That didn't
You're the
kill her,
worst.
though.
I hope you
She spit up blood, so she wasn't dead yet.
That's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What is that hero did that doesn't make sense? What could he have... Why he didn't use Sakura's ring, why he picked Toko, why the magazine was hidden. I thought it was to be like, spit up blood. Why he picked Toko, why he didn't... What doesn't make sense? Why the magazine was hidden, maybe?
I got it!
I got it!
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
Maybe it is
I
Toko.
don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written on, and there's only one choice. Toko. Obviously.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Yeah, it was definitely the guy.
You right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the body. But that's not where this case ends.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
I still kind of think it could be her, but now I'm kind of glad that it's looking like it's not her.
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not.
What's up, Dr.
Sakura's
Fraud?
killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
I got it, guys. Don't worry. I got it. Don't worry.
I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that
Professional gamer, you ready?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. I got it, Sleepy Kevin.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Yeah, the more we play this game, the more I like him.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head?
Yeah, he strung up Chihiro's corpse just for fun to make the case more interesting, and that was the case that was the hardest.
She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
There's 2 missing.
Something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
2 bottles were used, and that's why it was heavier than the single bottle.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common,
Chess
it
pieces.
should become clear.
Correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Hangman's Gambit. Chess piece. Thanks for lurking, crawfish eater.
That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
What up, Bello? You're single again? Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you're happy, then congrats, but I am sorry to hear. You doing good, man?
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
Yes.
So, what's that matter?
Queen is
I
missing.
guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
She's just stressed with grad school. Maybe it's just like more so a break, you know? Maybe more things will happen again in the future.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook,
Cat, if you're
knight,
listening, I need
bishop,
water.
and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Rest in peace, Queen Lizzie.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah.
Froz D on Danganronpa.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No, it's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
It was broken.
I got it!
I got it.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
It was excited. That was one excited bottle.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
I know this. It was the bottle experiment.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
Well, to be fair, she was not there to investigate Toko. Toko was useless. But it's shaping up to look like Toko murdered her, but we never know.
What we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
This game throws a lot of surprises at you.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle was involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's second attacker. Some bowler.
The bottle that was removed
That
from
say
the
some
scene
bowler?
was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
This case makes you sad because you like Sakura so much.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
That's kind of true.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
My shoe was too big for the powder.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her.
What's up, Otto?
I saw
How are you
Toko go into
doing?
the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
How the fuck do you just yeah, tell him, baloney?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Things turning out this week. How have I been? I'm doing pretty good. We've been playing a lot of this game because this game never seems to end. I'm glad you're doing good. We've raised $1,800 for charity. Today's the last day for it, and it's been a pretty good charity week.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
How and where do you donate? Exclamation mark charity should get it up for you, or exclamation mark donate. Just be careful to not hit the button to donate to me. Don't donate to me, because Stream Elements is being stupid.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're...
It's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it here for anyone to find. A new element. Oh, dude, really? A new element? So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key, nor use the mouse wheel. Also, like this debate, if your logic difficulty is at the kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. By the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Good luck and have fun. Chapter 5 and 6 must be very long. Fucking half.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough!
This should prove it.
Are we?
You know someone left a hand
Wait, I'll ask
on
this.
the inside of the locker?
Guys, we're not halfway through the game. We're more than halfway through the game, right? We're more than halfway through the game. We only have 2 chapters left after this, right? Please, right? Please, right? And you guys want the second game that's even longer? Bro, I've been playing this for 22 hours the past week.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
This has been the shortest chapter so far.
Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
But this trial could go on for another 3 hours for all I know. I don't know how.
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Yeah, you tell her.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
I still kind of think Hina killed Sakura.
No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Wow, that's awkward.
So after he left, I
They're
jumped
both
out of the
surviving.
locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean?
Guess it's back!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
I don't think it was Jill, because that doesn't explain the coughing up blood.
I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know.
That's fair.
But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
She did it.
Let's do this.
She's too excited to vote.
No, not quite yet.
She's too excited to vote.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have known.
I've been saying since the beginning that I think Hina kind of did it.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Where did she cough up blood?
Darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is...
shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf! I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
Status of Sakura's body.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up!
It's Hina.
I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
It's Hina.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
It's Hina.
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I got it!
I got it.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
She ain't gonna move that body.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
You have it.
Hey, come on now, look at me.
I kind of think it was Hina. I've been saying it from the beginning. It might be Hina.
There's no way
No.
you can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
No one would suspect Hina because they were best friends. And with two people already hitting her in the head, it can look like...
Then
We'll see.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Yeah, imagine if they killed Byakuya or Kyoko.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all.
The last three.
room still has
The last three, it's gonna be me, the main character, of course, Baloney, and Kyoko. There's no way one of those two are dying because they're the only people that know what they've done. Since the first case, they've been the only two people in this entire game that have done anything. I got it.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
Yeah, the trials are run by the same three people.
Hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
And then we got this fucking idiot who's constantly just like spouting random nonsense.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I was in the locker. You liked my story? Thanks.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec
Hey,
room,
Throat also.
Tina and I both
Jake.
got a look inside.
Good to see you.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding anywhere.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
Tina killed her.
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
Tina, I think it was you. As much as I just... Well, you're kind of useless. You're cool, but you're kind of useless.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Good job, Throat.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
It's the poison, dude. It's the coughed up blood. The yellow powder. Maybe even Monokuma file number 4.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Does the Monokuma file say anything about her spitting up blood? Does it?
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
It's either the yellow powder or the second one.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura?
Yellow powder.
I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Fuck.
Shoot!
Okay, so it wasn't the yellow powder. It's file number 4.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Shoot.
then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
No!
I knew it. No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her
Katina.
mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Yeah, I've been saying that literally since we started the investigation.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
God, can we kill her next?
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
God, you're a fucking idiot.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
I found that.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections.
I did all that.
A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as the supplements. I'm positive. Section A.
Got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
It was Hina.
I mean, this. that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Which would mean that conveniently the poison must have been in Could It Be? The poison was in... Oh. Protein. I don't know what that one is though. Protein. Protein. Protein drink. I got it.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Protein crack.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Hello, Lane. Much love to you. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy your night. Your burgle hats came in today. Nice. Dinner's ready. This case will be over soon. Or over in an hour.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the
I just need
culprit
water.
was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
A Monokuma bottle.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all
Tina.
it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It's the goddamn footprint.
I got it!
I got it.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
We suspected.
The
Come on, buddy.
footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and Leon.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
I was saying that too.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
I can.
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she drowned it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
Oh, Jesus.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Frank, you did it.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism.
Damn, she's using big words. Hey, bun.
But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Everyone's getting accused.
Tina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
This voice actor does a good job in this game.
Sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too...
Mom and dad are fighting.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched
Cat, maybe
the
I should have the
poison
dinner.
and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
We might be here for a while.
Please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
We're gonna be here for another hour.
There's nobody else to suspect. No.
Go ahead, Hina.
We're gonna
Start from
be
the
here for
moment you
another
arrived at
hour,
the
man.
chem
I
lab.
already know it.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Each trial's like 2 hours.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events
Ouch.
one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long until we figure it out? Until I uncover the full truth of this case? Nah, McDonald's doesn't know this game exists. They probably got Happy Meals made out of these people. Oh, jeez.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay,
Oh, thanks.
and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A.
I think I see it.
took the bottle and left the... That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough.
I think I
How
see
much
it.
longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to... That's when I grabbed the... And you spilled some of the... Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it. Okay. I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
I don't got a fucking clue anymore. I thought it was Hino.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose?
Maybe it was Makoto the whole time.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Hell yeah, Emmy, I'm glad to hear that. Always love hearing surgeries go smoothly like they're supposed to.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... I see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
No shot he's gonna die.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that...
I did?
That face made me think he was gonna die.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
It's a photo of me with my bald head. Oh my god. She found a crystal shard from Kirby and the Crystal Shards. Sorry, I'm eating dinner. With my left hand, I'm not a lefty.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
That dude could have swallowed glass.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Oh. What?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
I swear to god, if they kill Baloney right now by that, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
So
How did a
pissed.
shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
I can't remember what Hina was saying. I was eating chicken. I was on a roll, but then I started eating chicken and mashed potatoes, and I lost my roll. I was hungry, motherfucker. Fuck.
shoot!
Fine, we got 4 hearts.
What's strange is that
Hina told us where the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window. According to what Hina said, it should have been on section C. Oh, fuck Christ. Oh, shit.
what's I got it!
I got it. Don't worry, guys. I got it.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Me too.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. It has to do with the protein can.
I'm so confused right now.
After Sakura's body was discovered, Did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Hey, Spaceman Sam, thanks for watching it on YouTube. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for watching that Let's Play channel. Let's Play channels work, you guys. People watch them. Thank you. Starfield was really fun. Starfield was really fun.
No, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it.
That settles what?
That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Exclamation mark plays.
How can you know what I don't know?
Who do you think you are? I am. The reason you can't say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Bro, you fucking lost me. Oh my god.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
He said I. When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that...
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I've never seen him so heated before. It was a stutter.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Oh yeah, it was a stutter.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I don't know if I should try to steal Kyoko's answer and then throw it on that one, but when the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I can concentrate on that.
When it comes to that coat, there's not a doubt until the locked room was unlocked.
It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Maybe I steal that answer and throw it at her. This feels like one of those moments where it's like really hard.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
Fuck me.
Shoot!
Dude, there's an achievement if you don't restart a single case. I'm getting it fucking right now. There's no way. I'm not losing right now. I have 2.5. Let's go. Let me eat this dinner and we're good. Think of my achievement, you guys. This investigation was the quickest one. Usually the investigations take about an hour. This one took 30 minutes.
There's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Shoot!
Okay, so we know we don't have to switch. We don't have to switch.
There's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
The empty protein drink was in there before the rec. When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
You can't save state in this game.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
I feel like it has to be the empty protein drink. What's up, Doog?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been.
I love hearing him so flustered.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
shoot!
When it comes to that protein
I
can,
thought I finished this Weave game this morning. No, this game never ends.
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
It was
So
in the
you're
chem lab
saying
shelf.
Someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Have we ever needed to argue against Kyoko? I don't think so.
When it comes to that protein,
She's our best friend in this game.
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
Oh!
Shoot!
Oh! Even after all that, I still have the most votes. After all that, I have all the most votes still.
When it comes to that protein can,
There's not a doubt until the
locked room, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the wreck.
No, that's wrong.
That was literally my first guess, and I was like, no, that's way too simple.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
I even said that! I was like, how do pieces get underneath a can when we did that? Oh my god, go back and check the VOD. I said, how do pieces... I said, how do pieces get under a can when we did that? Oh my goodness. This is so sad. I need 10 gifted.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Oh, 1 more hour.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
Had to have been... I was gonna say Sakura, but it's like, no, that... Why me? Never listen to GC again.
Shoot! I got it!
I got it. I knew it.
think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that? You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Me too.
a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Yeah.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
I like how he's still calling her ogre.
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Monokuma, it was you.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the lock room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
Indeed, Townie.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door, because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room.
Yeah.
When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room, while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence. Right, the footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison. Vital.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
You have to keep living.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
Oh my god, there's more?
We have to end this properly.
Ow, jeez. Oh, that's definitely not the right one. Okay. Here, have a piece of candy, big boy. It'll calm the nerves for you. Okay. This is my opinion is the best case in the game. Glad you got to see it. This is a good case. Wait, the night piece again? Wait a minute. So was it the queen piece taken? Oh, that one's the queen piece. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Sakura fans. She had to die. Is that a pocket? I think that's a pocket. I think we got it.
Here's exactly what happened.
Here's exactly what happened.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Oh no, I got the first one wrong.
The killer You!
Shut the fuck up.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Yakua.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko.
Toko.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else. And look,
Oh, whoops, sorry.
and she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Bruh, fuck this. Oh, he already had the glass picked up on my dingus. On my dingus McFingus. Skipper, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Mm-hmm.
For what? But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear...
Zio, thanks for gifting a sub to Merc Lees. Merc, enjoy those emotes, Zio. Thank you, big love for Zio. Second gifted sub of the week. Let's go. What's up, Amorous? I got much further. Yeah, we're going kind of fast.
She jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
Anywhere else I'd be.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Byakuya Togami.
Anonymous, thanks for gifting a sub to Baloney. Yo, guys, we're close to a hype train. Sleepy Kevin.
She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura.
Sakura caught her.
And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Dun dun.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Why did she want to talk to him? Nobody knows.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Also, hey, Rely.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
But she's not gonna die because she didn't murder anyone.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve
Eat it,
this
baloney.
case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Hope you're well, Relay. But we didn't... Oh. 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 Oh, so clean.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made
Oh.
your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
I'm curious what's gonna happen.
So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice? What's it gonna be?
Oh, I chose it right already. It was Sakura. Guilty!
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. We're done here.
What did
That's
you
the
say?
whole truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of
What are
us.
you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is...
Because that's exactly what I wanted. The reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her, so that's why.
You should have been
I-
the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Hey, yo, whoa, to be fair, me and Kyoko didn't do nothing. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What is this?
You still don't understand, then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this.
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Oh man. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what?
um...
Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you, Ina, please don't think of all things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're
They're
friends.
friends. Flippers. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you wouldn't have understood. She was a friend to all of us, and yet...
Why?
You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Hina. Hina.
Huh?
I have
Huh?
some protein.
That was the last conversation I had with her. Wanted protein. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura, let me in, open the door. No, why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal, and yet
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry, and I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I can never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right now, but you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taken so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
Is this?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
It's her and me.
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is,
indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room. Oh, don't say that. Lie makes it sound a bit so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help you if you totally... I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones just jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene, cut. So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
Hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
I'll do a good harmonic voice. My good friend, Hina. There's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the
And
mastermind.
what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying to desperately stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart. The mistake of succumbing to the mastermind, and more than
I
anything,
cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. Oh, that's why, Sakura?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Me, whenever I see a box of hot and spicy Cheez-Its. Do I win? Fuck no. I ate the box in 2 days. Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic. Got an ick in there.
I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make me on.
So this is my
Take on me.
atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with us me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me.
Baloney.
Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. And my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
Hey, dude, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 lines. I think the top line is saying Tahina or some shit to my friends.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
And Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
Way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path of the righteous one, the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself, and you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were
Only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Man, now I hope Hina survives.
But
I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, oh dude, I feel like Hina's gonna punch him and then Hina's gonna die. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with the fake suicide note, and plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Say what? Because she made us remember the 21st night of September. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Oh, lovely. Baloney, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game. There's no point in participating in the game which has lost the sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Hayakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now you can say that Sakura's death had no meaning. How boring. But nothing good can come from this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
Me to punish you guys?
It's punishment time! Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna.
but
Oh, heavens, no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whoever student I want. Didn't I tell you I'm very particular about the bear times 1 rule?
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'll be a shame to let it go to a waste. I've prepared a special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What? I forgot about Alter Ego. I forgot they were hiding in the fucking secret closet. Ugh. That's so sad. Can we get $200 to charity to get it at $2,000 for the week? You suck, man. You turned them into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. Now I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I got a lot of today. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true, so it's okay. For the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling water. It's bubbled up thoroughly through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You are friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. You killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally, no. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
Of course, I didn't care if you got access to that, but sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Very nice.
This death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Hello.
Prepare your ears to the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it'll act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been deep in his spoiler territory. I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. You can't just stop at the most important bit. Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But, sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now? There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what, and that's seriously it. Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you? Well, whatever, who cares? What some dead musclehead has to say. Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe just take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard, Arby's. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing, but what was all that about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Hey.
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something, and if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's totally not unheard of. Oh, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone, so now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? But I am, you know, I still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. That kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize about? How about you make that last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone to apologize to me more than once.
Sorry.
I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No.
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are, sleazeball. Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more bite and sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no.
Stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take, me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Well, at least I got one achievement. Return to the world of Hope's Peak Academy, but the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. See, even this trial took 2 hours.
It is now 10 p.m.
Even this trial took 2 hours.
As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall
It
will
had
be
so
locked,
many
and
twisties.
entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Wow, Luigi! Wake up. Wake up! Huh? Voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. My door? That was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious? Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Well, I guess we have to... I didn't get my achievement for completing chapter 4 yet, so we have to keep going. It's so late. What happened? I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor? Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. But how do you plan to do that? Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. Data center on the 4th floor.
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the fuck? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? I thought it was locked. Oh, jeez, tell me, I gotta go over there? Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, alright, alright. Leave this area? Yeah, leave the area. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me here. She may be inside already. Put my hand on the door with a certain amount of force. Rattle, rattle. It didn't open. I tried again, but rattle, rattle. It must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? Data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister? Yeah. Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, you're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that you don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong
Just
now?
a second.
Why are you out here making a racket?
You too? You guys?
Whatever the two of you, just get back in the bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
True.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back.
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hold on. What was that all about just now? She woke me up, maybe go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing? What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it.
Goodbye.
Good night. Sure. And then that was over. As I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student. lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
There's a 16th student. The ultimate despair. Two people popped in at the end. Or was it one person popping in at the end? Oh my god, I got a lump. I got a lump. Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god, we did it.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuru Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mikuru Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. What is happening? Pain of a junk food junkie. Well, YouTube Let's Play, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait for that one. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. Oh, for fuck's sakes, never mind. Let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. How high is that horse of yours? He just acts like to hide his own insecurities. That's what I'd like to think anyway.
In the name of my family.
I will rid this world of them. Hey, Toki, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so bored now. You just sit there like a mushroom. I'm gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. She can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko? Jeez, how long is that rock you're hiding under? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level
go.
again. We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Now we can stop. Like and subscribe.